Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Roll Jump Media podcast. This time I am joined by my panelists Jose and Luis. What's going on, guys? How are you guys doing today?
So it's a beautiful Saturday filled with gaming news.
That it is, my friend, that it is. Today, what we're going to be going over, we have the May NPDs, we have The Last of Us 2 review roundup, and we're going to be running down the PS5 event. But before we do any of that, we of course are going to be going over what we've been playing. All right, gentlemen, let's see what you've been playing this week.
All right, so I'll get started as
Sure.
usual. So Animal Crossing. Let's get that out of the way. I've been playing Animal Crossing, getting my Nick Mouse. Um, I completed the event, the June event, is still going.
Okay.
But I completed like the the main event. Where you get like a furniture for this alpaca couple who got married. Saturdays. Yes, them. I don't think. Um, but yeah, on Animal Crossing, just get in and get out.
Get in, get out.
Check, turn the prices. Yeah, because I already I think I already caught up with like the new bugs and fish.
hmm
Uh, so yeah, it's just routine basically for me at least. Um, Other than that, I played a few games of Apex. I haven't been playing that much Apex this week.
I've been playing Apex
I
like
think
it's crack, bro. I
you're
don't
right
know
now.
why.
It's a good game. It really gets you hooked. I think I've been focusing on Uncharted, basically Uncharted 4. I
Yeah.
want to finish the game. The Last of Us is coming out this coming Friday, so
Oh,
I
that's
want
why
to.
you're wrapping up that Naughty
Yeah,
Dog,
I'm Naughty Dog type.
trying to get those vibes right going into The Last of Us.
Exactly. I was thinking of playing The Last of Us, but I don't know if a week is gonna be enough for me to play The Last of Us to get ready for the second game. But we'll see.
Yeah, you might be cutting it
Uh,
close. You might be able to if you like speed
yeah,
run it.
if I just yeah, basically that's what I was thinking. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm playing Uncharted 4, and after, and we'll talk more about the PlayStation event. But
Oh yeah. A lot of
after
stuff to talk about.
yeah, after that event, I kind of like, I don't know, it's something in me, awoke. But
You opened the
yeah, I've
third
been playing
eye.
Uncharted 4. Yeah, basically,
My
I'm
my
becoming
guy.
a fan.
Okay.
And what else? That's basically it.
All
That's
right.
it for me.
Yeah. Uncharted. Uncharted's such a good game to where that can be your main game and you'll be completely satisfied. Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really really good game.
Yeah. Sick. All right. Anything else?
No,
No. All right. Cool.
how about you, Jose?
Um, well, for me, it's been Animal Crossing. That's still there. But
Uh-huh.
most of my time I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicle.
Man, I
Um,
kind of wish I was following your example. What am I doing?
you should. Well, you already played it, so it's kind
Yeah.
of you can kind of hold off on that.
I
This was
see.
something that
Yeah,
I
true.
was playing for a lot, um, and I wasn't disappointed. It's a really good game. A lot to do actually. Um,
Always.
yeah. And I don't know, it's just fun. Like you start getting attached to the characters. So
Oh, once you hit that point, once you start, it happens pretty early on, but once you start getting attached to that very first character, well, Ryan's the very first one, but the ones that come after it, oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, it's good. And I don't know, I love that game. Um, I've become a Xenoblade Chronicles. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
yeah,
in
yeah,
fact, I think Xenoblade Chronicles has been taking up a lot of my time. Sometimes I kind of struggle to, because I still try to go into my island in Animal Crossing.
mm-hmm,
But sometimes I'm just like, oh no, I want to spend most of my time playing Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, I really have to go into my island. But then I kind of have to because,
yeah,
I don't want to miss that day. But, but yeah, it's been fun. Uh, Looking forward
awesome.
to. I want to play the what is it, DLC?
The future
Or
connected in Xenoblade.
um, after, obviously, after the main storyline.
Yeah.
So, I think it's an epic. But yeah, that's it from me. How about you, Ray?
For me, this the usual suspects. Um, okay, well, Animal Crossing, I do play it technically,
For
but
sure.
I just play it for like 5 minutes, just because I want to talk to my villagers or whatever. Or if they're having a birthday, then I'll go and give them a gift.
Hmm.
Um, I'm kind of artificially um, book ending, trying to book end Animal Crossing for myself because with my help of my one of my with my sister, she helped me get enough money to do the loan thing for the
Yeah,
next
here.
upgrade, and um, see what had happened was like I don't want to talk to Nook. I'm just gonna like pay it and not talk to Nook. I'm thinking. So I can just say that I'm debt free and I can just walk around my island and just chill and just be content with my expanded one room. So I'm gonna
Right.
keep that canon to myself because I'm not down to keep farming everything. I just wanna just talk to my villagers, buy clothing, and just chill really. So I ain't tripping on that.
That's
Um,
interesting.
I think that's best for me because I'm the least invested out of all our group. So
Yeah,
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, so other than that, the usual suspects, Apex and Final Fantasy 14. For Apex, I got so deep into a rabbit hole that I'm theory crafting what's the best loadout is for me. I'm just like jumping between the R45 pistol, shotguns and snipers. I really want to craft an assassin playstyle into Apex. I know that game does not is not conducive to assassin playstyle, but I'm chipping away at it. I am determined to figure out that one playstyle that I can sneak up on people and annihilate them. Um, I don't know why I have that drive to do it, but that's what's been really fun for me, just experimenting. And Final Fantasy 14, uh, I've been glossing over it the last couple weeks, but I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. The story, I kind of got invested even more recently into the story because real quick spoilers for Final Fantasy 14 if you're in Stormblood. To avoid spoilers, use the timestamps in the description. The story revolves around so you go to this new area. It's called the Azim Step, and you're trying to get people on your side in order to liberate these people that are from Doma, and they're kind of oppressed by the Imperials, which are the main bad guys of the series or the game. So you take a small squad with you to the Azim Step, hoping to get some allies, and it just becomes just this one like concise but intricate plot to retrieving the former head or the head of Doma, which is like their prince or their king or something like that. And you do find him, and then once you find him, you you kind of get lore dumped into. There's just like a whole new breed of people to where it's like one, what do you call it, one like faction is born from the sun and one's born from the moon, and they have this ritual to where they fight in this like battle royale kind of thing, and then they have to claim something in like the battlefield in order to be like the the head tribe for I don't know how long. So they have this battle to see who's going to be the head of the head tribe out of their people, and you kind of get involved in that, and you end up helping out the tribe that's the weakest because you encounter a person from there in like the shop district, and she's very helpful. She helps you find the head of the Doma clan person, and then you come and help her out, and you end up fighting for them and having them be the head of their tribe, and then everybody else recognizes that your prowess in the battlefield or whatever, and that you've been helping out everybody, and they end up joining you or they end up offering their aid to liberate the people that you wanted to liberate in the first place. So I don't know. The story is just whoever's in charge of the story of Final Fantasy 14 is so intricate, so interesting. You kind of I just didn't want to put it down, even though I suck in like 400 hours into that game. It's very very amazing.
When did that game come out? 2013?
Um, the original one, the original one that came out in 2010. That one wasn't received well. The original Final Fantasy 14. So what they did was that they created this calamity where they erased everything from the 2010 version, and they created the 2013 version, which is the one that everybody loves, a Realm Reborn.
Yeah.
And then from there, they've just been adding on to it content, more content, more content, and there's supposed to be another expansion coming in 2021 probably. So yeah, this game is a phenomenon, really.
Yeah. The game that keeps giving.
Yeah. And the last game that I want to talk about, I streamed it for about an hour 45 on Wednesday. It's Jak II. So Jak II, just in case you guys don't know, anybody that's listening, that's my favorite game of all time. I absolutely adore that game. More than Metroid Prime, more than Xenoblade Chronicles, more than a lot of acclaimed games that people love. So revisiting it, I it was very bittersweet. It was sweet to see how the game still holds up, how much fun it is. If you want to have fun in a video game, Jak 2 is where it's at because it's fun walking around. It's fun, like taking on enemies. You have guns, you have driving, you have skateboarding, you have platforming. Anything that you wanted in a video game is in Jak 2, and usually when games do that, something has to suffer, but nothing suffers, and that's what I think is so brilliant about that game. And the bitter part of it is that playing the PS3 version, and then realizing what the PS4 version, the port had become, Sony just cares less and less and less and less about this franchise, and it makes me very sad because they have
Yeah.
such a gem on their hands, and the
They're not
port,
using it.
yeah. So the PS3 port, they actually gave it to I believe it was Mass Media, and they actually retouched up the graphics and made it look better than ever. Some things like the controls, sometimes it'll be wonky to where if you punch, you'll punch like in a 90-degree angle from where you wanted to punch, like very like every now and then, which is annoying. That's why sometimes I kind of want to go back to the PS2 versions, but the graphical upgrade was enough to where I play the PS3 versions instead. And the PS4 versions are just worse versions of the PS2. They actually
Yeah.
didn't put much effort into it. They just literally ripped the PS2 versions, put it on the disc, or put it on the PS4 store and called it a day, and it runs worse. That's why I never bought it on the PS4. So the series is in dire straits right now, and I just hope it comes back.
What would you? I mean, honestly, I feel like Naughty Dog. They're kind of like not interested in going back to that franchise.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah, they're not geared
If
for it
you were to,
anymore.
yeah, if you would, who would you like to see handle that property? Like what developer?
The only the one they have so much stuff to do already, but Insomniac I think would be awesome to do
Insomniac,
it.
right?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
but they're doing a Ratchet and Clank game, so I think they're going to be attached to that. There's also a fan base, if not equal to or greater than to the Jack fan base. So I think they're just going to be sticking with Ratchet and Clank. Blue Point does Magic. I mean, after Demon Souls, maybe they can do it, but I don't think they'll put Blue Point on something that's very is niche like Jack. So I don't know. I can't think of anybody else, but we'll have to see. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I played during the week. Good times. I'm very much enjoying myself in these video games.
Which games?
Yes, sir. Are you guys ready to move on to the MPDs?
Yes. Let's hear 'em.
Okay. So I've taken the MPDs listed. There's an MPD group, but I've taken them from VentureBeat over Jeff Grubb. Jeff Grubb over at VentureBeat. So I have the top 20. Let's go ahead and start with the top 10. So let's see. Do you guys have a guess of what the best-selling game of May could be?
Mm,
Crossing. No, that's
Animal Crossing is up there, but is not number one.
oh, really?
Yes. It's something that's we never play, but it's obvious. Like, of course, that's gonna be number one.
I feel like the answer is so obvious that I can't.
Yeah, I can really.
It has to do with warfare.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah. Call of Duty Modern
Really?
Warfare number one. Yep. Call of Duty always sells a lot. And then right
Yeah.
behind it, like I don't know how this is possible, Grand Theft Auto 5, number two.
Excellent.
How?
Why?
Like I don't know why this game just keeps on living.
It might be like the spike after
That's it.
the announcement. They said that
Oh, right.
PS4 owners are gonna get
Yeah.
like $1 million.
True, but
Not everyone.
this is May though, man. What happened in May?
But that game was released when, like,
Dude, it's 2013.
2013.
I still like it, you know? Like, what the hell? But I mean,
And
good,
then
I guess.
yeah, and then it's Animal Crossing. It doesn't include digital sales. So very impressive still. Number
It
4,
would-
NBA 2K20.
Yes.
Number
Really?
5, yeah. Number 5 actually making a comeback probably because of the DLC expansion. Mortal Kombat 11. Number 6 is another Rockstar game. You guys know what it is?
Red Dead
Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah,
Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption. Number 7 doesn't include digital sales, it looks like. Minecraft? No, well, I think Minecraft would include digital sales, but there's an asterisk there. But number 7, Minecraft. Um, Number 8, Square Enix game.
Fantasy 7?
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake number 8. So the most hyped up game of the last 5 years or so had its moment in the sun in April and then automatically drops to number 8 in favor of Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's crazy.
I don't understand this, man. I guess the mainstream market is that big to where Final Fantasy VII Remake itself can't even make a splash for 2 months straight.
Insane.
Yeah. Number 9, I don't know how this got on here, but I'm not mad about it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
What?
Yep, Assassin's Creed Odyssey got on here. And number 10, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
When are newer games coming out?
Yeah, so Doom Eternal is not on here. That came out in the end of March. Animal Crossing still on here. Resident Evil not on here anymore. It was here in April and May. It's off.
So
Yep.
it'll come back after Village, the Village Rival.
Maybe. Oh yeah, for Village definitely. It's going back on here. Okay, so we can go ahead and go off of 11 through 20. 11, another sports game, Madden NFL 20. Number 12, Switch game,
$7.95.
Deluxe. You guys have an idea?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 12, no digital sales. Number 13, Need for Speed Heat, driving game.
Yep.
Number 14, in its debut month, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, no digital sales. I mean, I'll take it. No, it could have not been on the top 20 easily. It's number 15, Minecraft Dungeons. 16, Saints Row, the third remastered. Have you guys ever played a Saints Row game?
No.
Saints Row the third is actually a really fun game. There's a lot of customization. It's just a less serious GTA, and they do it very well, especially the third one. I think the third one is really good. I heard the 1 and 2 are pretty good too, 2 especially. But number 17, MLB The Show 20. Hey, people love baseball, man. People love baseball. Yeah. Number 18, the last Switch game on the list. You guys have an idea what it could be?
Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
Super Smash.
Smash, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, number 18. No digital sales. 19, Call of Duty Black Ops. It says 3. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4. I'm not sure if that's a typo or not. But one of the Black Ops Call of Duties is number 19. And number 20, this title has 20 in its name. So that should be a clue that it's a sports game. You guys know what sports game it is?
FIFA.
FIFA 20 is number 20.
Number 20. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. So those are the top 20 games of May 2020.
Ish.
Yep. Nothing. Every time I do this, it always feels like the same story. Like the mainstream games dominate, and the ones that we want are just not as high as we anticipated being, other than Animal Crossing.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. So moving on, we're gonna go ahead and do The Last of Us Part 2 review roundup. All right. So let me go ahead and check live what the Metacritic score is for The Last of Us. Last time I checked, I believe it was a 96. So I just want to give the updated one. Metacritic, The Last of Us 2. So The Last of Us Part 2 is sitting at a 96 on Metacritic. So very, 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 very high. I have some excerpts from some outlets here, from IGN, The Easy Allies, and IGN Japan, because I thought their take was pretty interesting. Just know that the reviews heavily sway in favor of reviews like IGN and Easy Allies that gave it 100 and 95 respectively. So a lot of reviews are agreeing with those outlets. So IGN gave it a 100 out of 100, perfect score. Real quick excerpt. The Last of Us Part 2 is a masterpiece that evolves the gameplay, cinematic storytelling, and rich world design of the original in nearly every way.
I praise.
Very high praise. I also took an excerpt from the Easy Allies. Michael Huber gave it a 95. The places it takes you are awe- the places it takes you are awe-inspiring to explore, with unrivaled attention to detail, and although the combat is somewhat forgiving, it remains thrilling throughout much of the harrowing journey. The Last of Us Part 2 leaves a deep emotional impact, and this unforgettable continuation should not be missed. And then this is a interesting take from IGN Japan. IGN Japan gave it a lower score, a 70, and they said,
Ooh,
yeah, it's pretty interesting. It was one of the earlier ones too, and it said, while astonishing, while astonishing cityscapes and more varied combat options are great evolutions, Part Two lacks the poetic serenity that made the original road movie-like epic such a masterpiece. On top of that, uninteresting new characters burdening the story, making Ellie's journey feel conventional and not nearly as captivating as the original. Yeah, so that's a pretty hot take there. But I
do you
guess we just
think it
have
has to
to.
do with with like differences between like the Western audience and the Japanese audience?
I believe so because games like The Last of Us Part 2 are not hits like they are in the West. So definitely it might be a taste in a difference in taste.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they do acknowledge in that review that the first Last of Us masterpiece was a good game. So
that's true.
That is true.
Yeah, so
it's a
they're.
valid, you know, review.
hmm So the thing that stood out to me the most is said uninteresting new characters and that it just doesn't hold up to the original. But they're in the minority and in the very minority of everybody else so far. There has been restrictions on what they could say and what they can show because spoilers and everything. So people that are interested in that, I would suggest waiting till the game releases. So people, if you want to know more details about the game before you make a purchase, but people that are in for the hundreds and the 95s, and that's reason enough for you to get the game, then by all means, this is very good, a very good indication for The Last of Us Part 2. I know, Luis, you're excited about this, right? Do the reviews further pump up your excitement for the game?
Yes, so I've I've looked at I only saw the IGN basically because I was just going through Twitter and I saw it. It's interesting to hear like because they gave it like a 10 or 100, right? 100 score.
Yeah, 100.
It's basically like a perfect score, a masterpiece. I'm really interested to see like how it improved upon from the first game. Because from what I saw on the when they did the state of play and
Uh-huh.
they showed some gameplay, uh, like I noticed that they the base system for like the combat was still there. Um, I mean they
Yeah.
did add more to it, but it was basically the same the same system to it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they said that like they've improved that area, and it's better than the first one. So I want to be able to try it, and see how it's different, or if it feels different. And I mean,
Yeah,
just like the story, I just wanna know what happens. And I mean, the story was always interesting to me,
mm-hmm.
and to be able to see, the next chapter of this of the plot behind, the game,
Mm-hmm.
just progress. I want to see it. But yes, I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah, so it seems like, well, the first thing I want to say is like I think it from The Last of Us to Last of Us Part 2, I kind of get like an Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 2 or 3 to an Uncharted 4 kind of vibe, to where you know how
Yeah.
they um they included the grappling hook, like little improvements that differentiate the game. If you, well, it won't differentiate it if you haven't, if you just saw the original three and you didn't play them. But if you play the original three Uncharted games and you went into four, the combat and how the game plays is different. You do feel it. So I think that's probably what it's going to feel like for The Last of Us Part Two. Not having played The Last of Us, but I'm assuming that's going to be a similar vibe.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it looks like the leaks were people making a big deal about them. It seems like a
Yeah.
lot of the big sites didn't agree.
Yeah. I saw a lot of comments from people,
Yeah,
disagreeing with the scores, and
yeah,
I don't know.
A lot of people with their theories,
yeah.
that they were paid off. Or,
Like
Yeah,
it's crazy to me, like how people are so obsessed
scores.
with the scores,
mm-hmm.
or they're so obsessed with wanting to see what they want to see. I don't know how to explain it.
Like they want to be validated.
Validated. Mm-hmm.
Right, right. The reviews.
Release scores. Sorry.
It's like, oh, I want this, like, and the fact that people want the games to be bad,
Yeah,
like, oh, you got a 10, it can't be, it has to be worse, and then they add, their own politics into it, and
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
becomes like a huge mess. Um, but yeah, that's something that I never understood, the whole review bombing too. They're probably gonna review bomb the heck out of this game on Metacritic, and
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I understand where the emotions are coming from.
Yeah,
Just like differences in opinion and I don't know. It's like, but you just kind of don't want to jump the gun until you actually see the product.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
and just people need to keep their emotions in check more successfully,
Hmm.
because I don't know, just exercise a higher level of maturity in these situations would go a long way, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I feel where they're coming from. I'm not a big fan of The Last of Us. I'm not happy that we're getting The Last of Us Part Two instead of a Jack and Daxter deep down inside my heart, but
Right.
I'm not going on a rampage on social media and everything. So we just have to
And so, yeah,
we just have to realize that people put a lot of time and effort into this game, and a lot of people are going to be enjoying it. So
that's right.
that's right. That's right. All right. Any last thoughts about The Last of Us Part Two and about the reviews or the game in general?
Not really. I'm excited to play it. The hype.
All right. I'm excited for you to share your hype for the game to me, because I'm
Yes.
gonna feed off of it off of you. You know.
Yes.
Jose, are you gonna be watching the Let's Play like me?
Maybe so. Maybe a list.
Jose and I connect on an emotional level off of that.
Yeah, I'm very neutral about it. It's like, okay,
You
Yeah.
want to experience the throat kills though.
I'm okay
The
with that.
the throat kills.
Let's watch.
All right, so last news item that we're going to be talking about, it's a big one. The PS5 event rundown. So the event happened on Wednesday, 3 days ago, almost 3 days ago. So we're going to
Mhm.
be running that down. So how this is going to work, I have a list of everything that was talked about. I'm referencing the timestamps from the Easy Allies video, actually, from the reaction. And we'll just go down the list. And if we have anything substantial to say about a game, we'll just stop and talk about it.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So first things first, did everybody get a chance to catch it or get caught up with what was revealed?
Yes, Mhm. I did.
Awesome. So this is going to be interesting. Just right off the cuff, though, what did you think about the event?
I think it's it was great. It was really good actually. Just the way they handled it.
Uh huh.
Um, it's a huge improvement from, let's say, the first state of play.
Oh yeah.
And like the presentation and just like the pacing of it all. I think Sony really like hit it out of the park. They came in with the symbols, like teasing you, very very
Cryptic.
right. And they came in and talk about like, oh, the future of gaming, but then they're like, okay, let's let the games talk, and they just went game after game after game after game, which I think it's what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people always ask for. So, and then at the end, like, the big reveal. I thought it was like a great presentation. And actually, I saw this. I saw last night, I think, on IGN. Apparently, it became the most watched gaming event
Are you serious? No
on
way.
YouTube. Yeah,
Wow.
after like like no E3 has ever reached that level of views, and but yeah,
Huh.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and a bunch of people come through to watch the press conferences too for E3, and knowing that it eclipsed that,
Exactly,
people just wanted news, man. We were hungry for it.
exactly.
And
I think that's true.
Yeah.
because I mean, I think the Xbox was a letdown because no games from them. So I feel like this kind of
Yep.
fed people's hunger for like new games,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was a very missed opportunity for Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the first ones, like they had the stage that they did. But
Yeah.
um,
I don't know how many
I,
people
I
were. Yeah. Go ahead.
I like the presentation. I did feel like the the beginning, when they're showing the squares, the
Yeah.
square, the circle. That took a little a little too long for me because it was like, okay, you wanna you wanna see what's gonna go
Yeah. It
down.
came out.
You
It
have to
came
build
out.
it up.
It came off a little pretentious, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. I mean, well, I don't know if we're gonna get to this, but the first game they talk about.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get to it.
Well, anyways, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was good.
Awesome. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna go down the list. And the first game you wanted to talk about Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes, that was I feel like that was a slap in the face to people. I saw that people were like they were like hyped because they thought it was gonna be GTA 6, but no, instead it's GTA 5. Well, I
GTA
mean, I think
5 expanded and enhanced. I think that's how
yeah,
they phrased it.
Yep.
and it's like what? How are you gonna open up with that? I think it's starting to become a meme, um, or I think it's been a meme. I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of like, okay, where's this gonna go?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's we shouldn't really. Well, when I got the PS4, right? The free games kind of popped off the first month or two. Like I believe there was Blacklight Retribution and there was Warframe. And knowing that GTA Online is going to be free for PS5 owners,
Right.
that's kind of cool to have a game to just have immediately. You can just download it, not have to spend any money, just play and have fun. Having games like that
It's like,
does really benefit the console.
yeah, and I mean, we were just talking about how like it keeps selling, so I think it's a no-brainer, for a port.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely. And then I think that was just like a promotional thing to get out of the way right in the beginning of the show, because even at the end they also said that PS4 GTA 5 owners are going to get 1 million in-game currency every month
right,
until a certain point. I forgot what point it was, but it's just that deal that they have with Rockstar, just continuing.
and do you guys think they're working on GTA 6?
They have to be, right?
I think so, but I mean, I don't think it's a priority. Um, and I mean, you really can't blame Rockstar because I mean, GTA 5 is still selling, you know?
Yeah.
Like the fans can't demand a GTA 6 and still be buying like the GTA
Well,
5, you know?
okay.
Well, because I mean, well, from Rockstar's point of view, I mean, it's just like, okay, well, you know, it's selling. People are still buying it. People are still invested. Let's just add on to that, you know?
I guess it's true.
So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that they're not working on GTA 6, but it's not
Right, right.
like it's not something that they feel like they have to release now, you know? Because I mean, GTA 5 still has longevity.
Number 2 on the main
But
PD.
True.
that's right, exactly.
Yeah, that makes much more sense. Just like let it ride and for a longer time. Uh,
But in a way, I feel like that was like for them to start off with that. I don't know if it was like a trolling or something, but I mean everything else after that was, I mean they delivered, so they're forgiven.
yes, yes. So the next game that was talked about or presented, Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game I'm the most
Yeah, I'm
hyped
a pass on
for.
that.
What
You
the
said
heck?
what?
I'm a pass on that.
You gonna pass?
No, I'm
How?
kidding.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I, I saw that as soon as they revealed that, I thought of you. I'm like, oh, Ray's probably losing his mind right now. Or
Yeah, well, I we have a reaction. I have a reaction to that up on the YouTube page. Unfortunately, our faces aren't on there, or my face, because I lost, or the footage was choppy. But I do have the audio. If you guys want to hear how I reacted to it. But yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I did not think that they would make a standalone game for Miles. I thought they would put Peter and Miles, and you would switch between them at the most. I did not think Miles would
Mhm.
get his own game, and I'm so happy that they gave Miles his own game. I,
Yeah, so there was like a bit of confusion, about um, this whole new game or standalone game. People
yeah,
thought it was add-on, and then no, people thought it was a new game, but then I think Insomniac Games came out and said like, oh, it's more like an add-on, and people were like, well, is it gonna be like a, a port of Spider-Man 4 and I mean Spider-Man with an add-on, or and then they came
yeah,
out and verified that it was a standalone game,
yeah,
along the
yeah.
lines of Uncharted, I think, Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Lost Legacy. Yeah,
Mhm. So I mean, yeah, like when I saw the review, I thought it was a brand new game, which is ended up being. So
yeah. What, dude? How's this even a thing, man? He's getting his own movie. He's just getting received so well, Miles Morales. And I
yeah,
I couldn't be more happy that this is happening. Literally,
Well, I think no, I mean, and I agree with that, and I think it's like refreshing. I mean, no offense to Peter Parker, but that's all we've been, shown in all media
yeah,
as far as Spider-Man goes. Like, I feel like some people who are not like hardcore like comic fans or just Spider-Man fans or Marvel
right.
fans, I don't think they're even aware that or were aware that Miles Morales existed. Um, Maybe when the movie came out, that was like their first exposure to it.
Yeah.
Um, but it's I don't know, it's new, it's like a new story. It's a new character that we haven't really experienced yet. So I think that's why a lot of people are very welcoming um,
Mhm.
or very receptive to this character.
Right.
And so yeah, I'm glad he's getting that recognition.
Same here, man. Same here. Um, there's not. It wasn't clear if it was gonna be PS5 exclusive or PS4 PS5. I'm assuming it's gonna be PS4 PS5, but we'll have to
Well,
see.
it's coming out this year, right?
Yeah, holiday
Holiday.
2020.
So yeah, after that, I mean, you probably hear me say this a lot throughout this section. But yeah, after watching that event,
You're
uh,
interested in
I'm
Spider-Man.
interested in getting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I was always interested in it. I just,
Uh huh.
I wasn't like invested in getting this game.
Yeah.
But now, but now they're like $10 and $20.
For
I feel
real.
like it's for me to dive into it and then experience the the follow up to these games. We'll be talking about another game later
Yo, if you
on,
want
and also,
Spider-Man recommendations, I'm your
yeah,
boy. I've played pretty much every Spider-Man game known to man,
Spider-Man
except the
expert.
very old ones. Have you ever just like swung around in a Spider-Man open world game? Have you ever experienced that?
No, and that's what I want to do.
You need to experience swinging around in an open world Spider-Man game. It's like nothing else. You won't experience anything like that in any other game. Uh, yeah. So that was Spider-Man Miles Morales. Very hyped for that.
Sure.
Next game brought the hype down a little bit because we're not car fans, or at least I'm not.
Yeah,
Gran Turismo 7. It's a given
Good for
for
them.
new consoles, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a staple.
Yeah.
Usually those like the racing games have the best like graphics. They always show like the racing game to show off
Yeah,
the graphics
that's what I've
on
noticed
the
too.
system. And I mean, looking at the game, it looks really pretty. Um, I was I was joking around like, oh, because of the hype of the presentation, I was like, oh, this it's making me interested in
In
Gran
getting
Turismo,
the
Now you were
But
losing your
I'm
mind,
not,
huh?
I'm not gonna get it. But uh, it's not my thing unless it has like cards and bananas and shells. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, it looks beautiful. Like, it's really pretty.
Yep. You're when we're done, you're gonna have to explain to me where all this hype is coming from, because I want to be there with you, but I'm just not there yet. We'll talk about it
Uh,
after we're done talking about the games.
yeah.
All right. After Gran Turismo 7, we had Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Okay.
So I'm a Ratchet and Clank fan, and it's just Ratchet and Clank looking better than ever, taking advantage of the PS5 hardware. You guys had anything? Did anything stand out to you? As I'm assuming you guys haven't played a Ratchet and Clank, correct?
no.
No. But
Yeah.
again, going back to the hype,
Yeah.
I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. Um, but looking at the game, like again, it looks so pretty. Um, like I remember the first time I saw it, I thought it was gonna be like a Jack and Daxter game, and I was so happy for you, Ray. But then I saw that it wasn't. Um,
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the game looks very nice. And like I think this is also like another game or another trailer that they showed to show off how much, because there's a lot going on the gameplay, and just how much the PS5 can take it, you know.
Yeah,
And
the rifts, how they were just jumping through rifts and loading different worlds out of nowhere, just like on the blink of an eye.
so
It
I don't
was
know,
it was something. It was a sight to behold.
it looks amazing.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank
Um,
games, they play very. They're a rare breed, just like Jack. It's a platformer, but it's also a shooter, and it's also you also like on rails, like skate through areas and stuff like that. It's a diverse game. Does everything well, very well. A lot of different explosions and guns to experiment with. One of my favorites is you get like robots to like accompany you, and they'll say funny quips like "ready to exterminate" or something like that. It's just really quirky and fun. The closest you'll get to like a Nintendo game on a Sony game in a Sony platform.
yeah, and we were talking about it last podcast. You know how we felt like Sony needed more of that. You know,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
cool.
So
It's cool that
that fits the bill.
yeah.
The next game that we're going to talk about, Project Athia by Square Enix, designed exclusively for the PlayStation 5. So we didn't really see much from this game. It just follows a girl into like a foresty area. She has like mystical powers. She's jumping really far. There's like a dragon or some mystical monster menacing, and then it just cuts off. So not much to sink our teeth into. Still excited
Okay,
nonetheless.
yeah,
You said you're gonna keep your eye on it.
yeah. I'll keep my eye on it.
Yeah, yeah, same. The next game, the best game that got showed off, Stray.
Straight. Yeah,
So
walking cat.
the cat simulator, a cat in a robot world. That cat is that cat was modeled very well. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're
very
just
adorable.
gonna,
I mean,
yeah.
let's see.
We'll see how that turns out. I don't know. I
I
don't
mean,
know
there's
if
really not
it's,
much. Yeah, they didn't reveal much.
yeah.
It's coming from Annapurna, right? Annapurna.
I believe it was Annapurna. I didn't write down the developer.
Um, they usually, release good stuff. So it's always good stuff from them. So
Yeah, it
I
is
mean, we'll see.
Annapurna. But dude, what else did Annapurna put out?
For
Like, what are they known for?
there was this game for the Switch, and I think it came out for the PC too. Uh, Sayonara Wild Hearts. I believe it was an opponent, or I might be wrong.
Oh, right, Cyanide Wild
Remember that one?
Hearts.
Yeah, it was nominated for like best soundtrack, I think, on the Game Awards.
Yeah.
And it's usually like indie games though,
Oh,
which
they're a
is interesting.
publisher. They're not a developer.
Yeah, they're a publisher.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
So according to Wikipedia, they have Sayonara Wild Hearts, Outer Wilds,
mhm,
What Remains of Edith Finch.
right.
So a lot of, yeah, they're indie games, but
A lot of it.
really well received indie games.
And it's not the first game we'll see from published from them on the
Right.
presentation. Uh, I don't. Do you remember the game we saw on the Game Awards? About this, it was this girl going through like woods. Um, and it was very Breath of the Wild, but like
Uh,
she was running in like the
The Pathless?
the the Pathless. There you go. Did that game come out already?
No, no. We haven't seen
We haven't seen
more
anything from
from
them,
it.
huh?
We haven't seen any gameplay. I've been looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of that game, and I'm like, I want to see more of that game. Where is it?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know if it's going to be
But
side scrolling, if they're going to be sections where you move in third person. I really want to know what's going to happen with that game.
yeah, and I think that was the Annapurna too. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Well, they don't have it listed right here on Wikipedia. Let's see.
Um,
The Pathless Publisher. Just a fact check. Oh yeah, it is Annapurna. You're right. Awesome. Oh, it's right here. I just didn't see it. Yeah, they have it. You right. You right. All right. So moving on from Stray, we have Returnal. So this was a game by Housemarque. They're usually known for their bullet hell ship games like Resogun. They also put out was it Nex Machina? I believe it was called.
yeah,
Um, but this time it looks like they're gonna put out a third-person shooter in space, and it looks pretty promising. I do want to see more from it. The movement looked a little stiff, like a little. It reminded me of Recore on Xbox, and that game was I think it got like sevens. So we'll see what it
so,
does differently. But Housemarque does
yeah,
have a good caliber. Oh yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
This game, it's it looks interesting. We didn't really see much. I mean, we saw gameplay in like well, a little bit, but I
Yeah, a
don't
little
know.
bit.
Again, it looks promising. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, I want to see more of it.
Same. The next game that was presented was Sackboy: A Big Adventure. So Sackboy's
Yes.
from Little Big Planet, and Sackboy: Big Adventure is going to be a platformer adventure. It looks like, and it looks pretty good. Looks like a jolly
I saw
game.
a lot of comparisons. I saw a lot of comparisons to Mario 3D World.
Yeah, it does
Uh,
have Mario 3D World vibes for Sony.
yeah, and I mean, it looks fun. And did you guys ever got into like the Little Big Planet games?
I played it for like probably an hour at most. Not for me.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
I didn't like how you control like the movement of the characters.
Okay.
They were very
Yeah, it was very
floaty.
it was floaty. Mm. Yeah, I don't remember it too fondly, or not fondly, but too clearly. Uh, it didn't really leave a really big impression. Just probably the biggest impression was the visual style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll see how that goes.
yeah,
Again, they're using their mascot, so that's good.
most of
Maybe
them.
we'll see uh, Battle Royale later on. PlayStation All Stars.
We'll see, we'll see. That'd be fun.
Oh, I didn't catch the most of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Most of them.
Let's see. The next game that was presented, Destruction All Stars. So this game's like a demolition derby, but what sets it apart is that you're running. If once you crash and you're out of your vehicle, I don't know if you can do it. Even if you don't crash, you can get you'll be out of your car and you can like still be a part of the destruction derby. It looks like a lot of chaos.
Yeah. It was a little
Yeah,
confusing for me. Like I didn't know what was going on. You know?
yeah,
Like what were they out of their cars and like running like in the
yeah,
middle of like crashes and stuff.
yeah. It's just it looks like a lot of mindless fun. Just have fun and create a lot of explosions and different stuff. Probably not something I'm gonna keep my eye on, but still pretty cool. Yeah,
Probably a multiplayer game. So
true. Multiplayer games are always nice. The next game that we're gonna talk about is it Kina or is it Kenna? I think it's Kina.
uh, I believe
Or is it
it's
Kenna?
Kenna.
Kenna?
Yeah, I
It's
think
probably
it's Kenna.
Kenna. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. So this is one of the games that really stood out. It got presented by a couple of guys that had a, what was it, filmmaking, animation
Yeah, it's
background, I
great.
believe.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think the guys are twins. No?
what's that?
I think the guys are twins.
They
Yeah,
are.
they look like they're
I think so.
twins. Some not sure if they were black. There were some. It doesn't matter what nationality they were, but but yeah, animation background. The game looks like Ghibli quality. It doesn't look like Ghibli, but it's really Pixar
Right.
looking.
It looks very smooth and very. It's just like a what's it called? It looks nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Uh, the gameplay itself, the actual shooting of the arrow and dodging and stuff looked nice, but the platforming, that little platforming section they showed off, little questionable, at least right now in this phase of the game. But man, does it look pretty.
Yeah. This is one of the games that I was really interested in. So
Same.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep looking out for it. I was actually I don't know if you guys ever saw the Majora's Mask little short film. What's it
I
called?
haven't, no.
Something's Fate. You remember? It was like this little intro with Majora's or the Soul Kid. It was like an animation. Anyways, it's the same guys who did that.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Timberlab. I didn't know
cool.
that. And I was looking at what they did, on the background, and I saw that they worked on that. So they're like, Zelda fans.
Hmm.
So
Stamp
and
control right there.
you can literally see.
They
I feel like they were the influence is there, the adventure,
Oh yeah.
the hero's quest.
On
So
those little black Pikmin looking things too.
dude, yeah, and the gameplay reminded me a little bit of Pikmin too.
Yeah, little Pikmin furry, whatever they are.
Pikmin are correct, but
But we're speaking for them. Anyway, we're not
that's
gonna get into
not.
That's a
But yeah,
discussion for another time.
definitely keeping my eye out for it.
Yeah. The next game that was presented, Goodbye Volcano High. So this was a game that had like anthropomorphic animals in it. It looked like they were in high school. They- I don't know what to think about this game. I don't even know what kind of game it is.
Exactly,
Yeah,
we
me
didn't see
neither.
anything
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, so I don't
So
really have an opinion about it.
we'll see.
We'll see how it shapes up. The next game that was presented, Oddworld Soulstorm. So Oddworld is an existing franchise for PlayStation. It's been around for a while. You take control of one of the characters that got presented, that species, and you kind of just lead your brethren out of enslavement. Basically, it's like 2D. You go from left to right across the screen, side scrolling. Do you guys remember what the trailer was?
For Outworld,
Yeah.
I remember it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, like something about that game, like it doesn't click with me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the visuals or like it's too gray, too brown.
Yeah, it's supposed to be desolate because it's or grim. I think that's what they were
But
going for, but
I never played an Outworld game.
yeah, I haven't played it either. Just not inclined to play it off of what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have Ghostwire Tokyo. So this is pretty interesting. Um, did you guys expect it to play how it did, based off of the 2019 E3 presentation?
No. I was gonna ask you guys about it like in our conversation, but I was like, nah, just wait for the podcast. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember like I was what like I guess I missed the intro of the game, and I was like, what is this game, And,
Right.
and then they mentioned Tokyo, and I was like, wait, is this that game they presented on at E3? But that's the game.
Yeah.
and it sounds like what? Like I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a first person
It,
game, you know, and,
yeah,
like the visual too.
and heavy emphasis on action too.
Right,
Wasn't expecting that.
that's true. From the trailer we got, I was expecting more like along the lines of Silent Hill or
Like a horror.
like a more horror
Hmm.
based game.
Actually, when I was watching the presentation, I mean I was watching the trailer or like the gameplay. That's the segment for that game, and I thought to myself, oh, that kind of reminds me of that one game that they
They talked
presented.
about
Yeah, they talked about last time. But I didn't it didn't click with me that it was the same game because it
Yeah,
looked so different. I was expecting something different. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it was something behind the scenes and they rushed the game or I don't know. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It just felt like they just I don't know the way they presented it that time. I thought it was gonna be like a big headline game or you know what I mean?
hmm,
And they just kind of stuck it into the presentation like in the middle of all these games.
yeah,
Kind of just I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
True. Like I was scared once I saw, um, the zoom out of the guy. There's like that normal looking guy with his back to the camera, and they zoom into him. That wasn't looking too hot. That was looking a little grody.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, this game is not. I'm I'm probably not gonna be in for a good time for the rest of this trailer. It did go into first person and it looked better, but still not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a third person, kind of
Right.
like exploration,
Corporation, exactly.
immersive kind of deal. But alas, it is first person and it's more action oriented. We'll see more from it, but as of right now, not the impression that I wanted to be left with.
Right.
Yeah. So the next game that we are going to be going over, Jet: The Far Shore. So this game was the one that I forgot about the
Yeah.
most out of everything. It's a space adventure. I got that little tidbit from Emma Kent from Eurogamer. The trailer didn't really show you much, just like some ships flying around, like a character close up in the cockpit, I believe. Don't know, can't extract much from the game with what they showed me.
it was a weird trailer.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, we didn't really see much of it.
yeah,
I don't think it's my thing though.
yeah. It's probably not gonna be my thing either. The next game on the list, Godfall. So Godfall is the third-person melee game that was teased at the Game Awards last year, and we've gotten some leaked footage before, and this time we got the official gameplay footage from this presentation. What do you guys think about it?
You said it's free for?
What's that?
I mean, free to play. You said it
Uh,
was free to play.
I was hoping, but I don't know. They didn't say yes or no. I'm assuming it's gonna be paid, but we don't have confirmation yet. I don't believe. If it's free to
And
play, that's day one. I'm gonna try it. But if it's paid, I gotta see more.
saying, um, and I don't know, like what I saw on the presentation, it looked kind of weird. It looked wonky.
Yeah, it looks.
I don't know because I think this was like the first PS5 game they showed, no, like last year.
Yeah, it was the first confirmed PS5 game from the Game Awards.
From the Game Awards. And like now seeing other PS5 games and comparing it to those, I think it's like like the least impressive.
Yeah.
I think like graphically, but
Hmm.
but
Did it?
yeah, like you said, I have to see more of
Yeah.
it.
Did it give you Warframe vibes? You know that one time you played Warframe with me?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So Warframe's super fun, and it doesn't look the most. It kind of looks like that. Probably a little bit better than Godfall since it's been refined over the years. But in terms of gameplay, how smooth it runs. But we'll see if it's that same caliber, if it exceeds it. It has potential,
Yeah.
I believe, if they execute it well.
Agree.
Yeah. The next game that we're going to talk about, Solar Ash. So Solar Ash comes from the people that made Hyper Light Drifter, which was a critically acclaimed. What was it? You know what kind of game Hyper Light Drifter was? I didn't play it myself. Let me do a quick research of it.
It's a roguelite? I don't know.
Yeah, Hyper Light Drifter was. Let me look up a GIF of it.
Yeah,
So
but
it has
one
it
of
retains the same style. Oh, go ahead.
the, I was gonna say it's one of the most acclaimed like indie games.
Yeah,
People really say it's a really good game.
yeah. So yeah, I don't have the information with me, but it is a very critically acclaimed indie game. People love it, and Solar Ash looks like it's going to be a similar aesthetic, a little bit more less pixelated, and taking more of a third-person approach, which has
Right.
me more interested in it because I prefer third-person before the other forms of games.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but over time I've been adapting more to different presentations, but yeah, it looked pretty good. She was leaping around. If you have good leaping, good movement, I'm in already.
The small things.
The small things, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I was didn't have much information about Solar Ash, so I can't really present it that well, unfortunately. But definitely check it out if you play Hyper Light Drifter and want to see what's next from that studio. The next game, Hitman 3. Are you guys Hitman fans? Have you played a Hitman?
No,
No, we haven't.
it's not a franchise I'm really interested in.
Yeah. Um, I played a Hitman. I tried it out because I like stealth games. A little bit too stiff for me. I like
Yeah.
the main character to be more agile. Agent 47, he's really good at stealthing and taking out targets, but it's just a little too stiff, in my opinion. A lot of people love Hitman though, especially with the new studio that took over it in the recent years.
Right.
So that's really nice that people who love Hitman and the Hitman 1 and 2 are getting a third one. The next game that we're going to be talking about, Astro's Playroom. So Astro's
Oh,
Playrooms from Japan Studio. It looks like it's going to be a kind of platformer game. Good vibes, light adventure.
this is there was a previous game, no, like Astrobot something.
Yeah, so there was Astrobot Rescue Mission. That was a VR title.
The VR title,
Yeah,
and that
this
was praised
one.
highly too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They know what they're doing with the Astro franchise. So
Hmm.
Astro's Playroom looks promising. I'm not sure if it's VR or not. It looks like it's like a regular game, just like a third person, just go
If it's on
around.
platform,
Yeah, platform. The
we'll
next game
see.
that
We'll see more.
oh yeah, definitely. The next game, Little Devil Inside. So this game was pretty interesting. It had a really unique style. The guy was like going around different environments, fighting. The animations were actually really cool looking.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
little humorous too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so it was
It
it was
was
like a game out of
it was
left field that took my interest.
it looked a little dark too, like brooding. But
True, true. Yep,
We'll see more of it.
definitely. I just been realizing there was a lot of indie games, but those indie games, for the most part, were actually very engaging off the first look. So
Yeah,
shout
I'm
out to
pretty sure choice which ones to show off.
yeah, yeah. The next game that was presented, NBA 2K21. Uh, I don't know if they doctored this up and if this is going to look like how it's going to look in the game, but that character model of Zion Williamson, my gosh, so detailed.
Yeah,
It looks really good.
it's sweat.
Yeah. So it's NBA 2K21. Those are those that are interested are going to be interested. Those that are not, probably not going to pick it up, but looks good.
Like me.
Yeah. The next game, a really strange one, Bug Snacks.
Bugs next.
Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
There's just like
Hey.
random cheeseburgers and different sentient foods are going around, and if you like eat them or something, that becomes part of your body. It was strange.
It was weird, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what you have to do. You have to eat the bug snacks and throw certain parts to progress in the
the the bug
game.
snacks.
But I mean, I didn't really get much from that game. Is it like I don't know, like is there a storyline to it?
Well, we saw like a
Is it
piece
a
of a village
simulation?
at the end,
Oh, that's true.
but I'm probably I don't know because it's from the guys from After That. So
Okay.
you know,
Oh, right, right. Octodad was weird too.
yeah,
So it's on
Yeah, well,
brand.
when they show that, it kind of makes sense. You're like, oh, okay,
it's these guys.
it's these guys, yeah. So I mean,
Hmm.
it wasn't jarring because I mean, it's kind of expected from the people who created up to that to do something like this. But I mean, I don't know.
It
It
looks
didn't
fun.
really, yeah. I don't know.
It looks like a funny game with the accent. A gang, not a gun, a gang.
Hmm.
That's great accent. But I mean, we'll see.
Yep. The next game on the list, Demon's Souls. So Demon's Souls is going to get a remake from Blue Point. And
They
I
probably have to work on Shadow of the Colossus, right? Remake.
yeah, they also put out the Shadow of the Colossus remake. I never played Demon's Souls. The only Souls game I played, a little bit of Bloodborne, which was not up my alley, and Sekiro, which I really liked. So Demon Souls, it depends. It depends how it looks like, what kind of changes they make to it, if they make any changes at all, other than making it look better.
Yeah, I don't know about this game. It looks cool, but I remember I played a little bit of Bloodborne.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's if they're the type of games that I want to be playing.
Yeah. What about
I don't know
Bloodborne? What about Bloodborne didn't make you want to play more? Maybe we can share the same opinion.
about Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Mm, what it made me want to play? Why it made me want to play more?
Oh, why didn't it? Why did you stop playing it?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, well, the first thing, because that game was from like a friend of mine. It was during
Oh,
like
okay,
when
okay.
I was out. So I mean, I couldn't really play more of it.
Oh, true, true.
But even then, um, the time I did spend playing it, I kept dying.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not a. I like to take my time with games, and figure out like how to play them and how strategize. Um, but I didn't really have the time to do that.
Oh, okay. So your
But
perception of it's kind of warped because you didn't really have it yourself to
right,
keep playing.
but even then, like I guess like the movement, um, you know, it's it seems like the characters in these games like they're heavy. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's like a slower gameplay,
Yeah,
but
I
I
would
don't know.
say I'm there with you, and I also did not. People love the aesthetic, but that aesthetic just like makes me depressed. Like I don't want
Yes.
to see more of that world. I don't care for it. I'm just gonna move
Yeah.
on to something else because I know that's not for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So Demon Souls. I want to see more gameplay of it because Blue Point just works magic every time they put out something.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's that. So we're nearing the end of all the games. The next game that was presented, Deathloop. So these are the same people that they're Arcane Studios. They made the Dishonored series,
Mhm.
and you can really see the inspiration from Dishonored in this game. Um, Not really visually impressive, but the gameplay looks good.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Yeah,
They presented this game at E3, right? As well.
yeah, Deathloop. Yeah, it for some reason I thought it was a whole different game than what it was presented in the gameplay.
Yeah, I remember. I realized it was Deadloop like almost at the end of the trailer,
Hmm.
and I don't know. I felt like I remember it differently.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I did not associate Dishonored 2 with Deathloop when they first when they first
It's
revealed it. It's really
right.
strange.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it looked different too. I don't know. I need to go check it out again.
Yeah, me too. I want to see the reveal. Yeah, so Deathloop that looks good. If you were interested in Dishonored and want to see what's next with the studio, go ahead and check that out. The next game that was presented, one of the more hyped titles, Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8 Village, however the title goes. Um, I don't know where to start with this one. Resident Evil 7. I played Resident Evil 3 remake, and the third person Resident Evils are my favorite. I feel like I'm not in a place to talk about the first person Resident Evil since I didn't play 7 and I'm not a fan of those.
So this is one of the other games that after seeing this, I want to play the seventh one.
Hmm.
Um,
$10
it's
or
ten
12.
dollars.
Is it
Nah, $12.
$10?
I think it's 10 or 12.
Damn, they have heck a discount on it right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I'm too much of a scaredy cat, especially if it's like first person. But anyways,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, I bought Resident Evil 2 remake. I bought Resident Evil 3 remake.
Uh-huh.
I've been invested in the Resident Evil franchise
Right.
as of late, so I want to play the most recent games too. Uh,
Yeah.
and this one it looks interesting. It gave me Resident Evil 4 vibes with the
Yeah.
villagers, like the aesthetic that they're wearing and all that. So
Hmm.
so I want to get into that world as well, and I want to know what's happening with Chris, like what's going on, my man. But
Right.
Well, it's interesting. When they revealed the trailer, the tag. Well, it's not a tagline, but like the caption that they put. This is what? This is
his story is coming to a
his
close or
story is
something.
coming to a close. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I've seen people theorize that
It's Chris's.
they're gonna kill off Chris or
Mm.
because I mean the trailer from what we saw, I think they're trying to picture Chris as a villain. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. There's a lot of theories that I've seen around that it's a clone or that the Resident Evil 7 Chris was a clone. Um, I mean I don't know. Only
I don't know if it's that deep, but we'll see.
not shit. But I mean I wasn't expecting it to be a Resident Evil game when I was watching the presentation.
Me neither. Me
Even when
neither.
the umbrella emblem showed up, it didn't really click with me because it didn't look like a Resident Evil game.
Hmm.
Um, I was thinking of more of like Outlast.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I got vibes, especially with the witch. You know how Outlast 2 kind of has that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was thinking more Outlast. So I mean, I know it wasn't exactly Outlast, but
Something along the side.
Resident Evil didn't even cross my mind. Um, and then when Village popped up, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a new game. Um, and then when they highlighted the 8, Roman numeral 8, I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
shoot, Resident Evil.
Well, I remember we touched upon this, right? On a previous podcast about like the rumors of the 8 game that it was going to
Yes, we
include
did.
like werewolves and witches
Yeah,
and all that.
definitely. Yeah.
So I remember watching the trailer and um, at first I thought it was going to be like a Silent Hills game or something. But then I didn't even catch the umbrella emblem.
I didn't either.
And then I saw like the werewolf, and I was like, oh wait, is this Resident Evil? And yeah, it basically turned out to be Resident Evil. So
Yeah, yeah. So, just right now, do you guys see the chat? Our co-host Andres, he literally put in the chat what y'all talking about, and we're talking about one of his favorite franchises right now.
yeah,
All right. Well,
looking
how did he know? Like, how did he know?
I don't know.
What the
He knows.
heck,
He just knows.
bruh?
Don't bring up Resident Evil 3 because oof.
True, true. What the heck? Co-host, you there?
Yes, sir.
How'd you know?
How do I know what?
How'd you know that we were talking about Resident Evil?
Uh, why? Why would you do this to me? I'm on my break. I don't really want to. I don't want to go back to work angry.
No, we're talking about Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, precisely. I don't want to go back to work angry.
Oh, okay, so we should just move on.
No, 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 no. Let's keep talking about it. Where are we?
We're just
Well,
sharing
already
our
going
thoughts of the trailer.
Just talking
Yeah.
about the trailer. Okay,
Yeah.
what's been covered so far?
Um, we're just talking about how we didn't really think it was Resident Evil just off the trailer.
Well, maybe
We
you
didn't really
didn't.
put two and two together. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
You did.
maybe y'all didn't. But I mean, within the first 10 seconds, I was already suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't commit to it, but yeah, you were saying that. Oh,
Yeah, I should have been a little bit more confident in my suspicions.
right.
Session.
Yeah, we were just talking about that and how the rumors were true, how it's going to include witches and werewolves. But it's still kind of in line with Resident Evil. It's not too jarring.
Well, the setting might be, but I don't know how the story might play out. So
Yeah.
I'm going into this very weary, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. Same here. Same here.
We'll see. It looks interesting though.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next game. Next game is Pragmata. All right, so this is a Capcom game. This one featured a dude in a astronaut-looking suit and a girl with some cybernetic eyes, and they went out in space. It was kind of trippy. What do you guys think about this one?
And I didn't really see much of it. I mean, it's a 2022 game.
I don't
It was the
recall.
only 2022 game presented. So it was weird seeing that.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's Capcom, so I don't know. I'm interested in it.
yeah, and it's a new IP. Capcom,
Right.
this last generation, they've been lifting up their old IP. Not too much. I don't even know if they made a new IP during this last generation, but here it is, new IP.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, it looks interesting, but I'm I'm gonna look out for it to see what else they show off.
Yeah, it was like an extended tease. We don't really know much about it yet. Next game on the list to talk about Horizon Forbidden West. All right, so this is going to be another entry into the Horizon franchise. Horizon Zero Dawn came out in 2017, and it was critically acclaimed. A lot of people are excited for this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so for this one, this is another one of those games that I want to play the first one. And I mean, I was always interested in the first one, Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
but I just never got the game. I think it came out like 2 days before Breath of the Wild.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like on the same um, release window.
Yeah, but you can't really use Breath of the Wild as an excuse because you didn't even have the Switch day one. So what else were you gonna play?
That's true. That's true. Well, anyways, I'm thinking of getting that one. I think it's like $10 now.
Yeah,
So
11.99 with sometimes you'll catch it. Oh no, that was like during a deep sale with if you want to get it, you should probably look for one that has the Frozen Wilds plus the base game. So you get the
right, there was some
DLC.
DLC game.
Yeah,
Forgot
get the
about that.
DLC and that together if you can.
So I mean, it looks pretty. It's pretty. And I'm assuming they're gonna explore like, I mean, the West. And I saw someone mention that we saw the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know. You guys
Yeah, they
talk,
were saying that there
talk
was a lot of landmarks from San Francisco in there. I didn't really catch any,
yeah.
but it says it were there.
Yeah, I just remember a lot of foliage and creatures, water.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna explore more of that land now, environment.
Right.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yep, I agree. And the last thing that we're going to be talking about, the actual hardware of the PS5. So just hot takes. What do you guys think about it?
Okay,
Like,
when you talk about hardware, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the
yeah.
design of it? Because we didn't really get no specs or anything on the presentation.
Right. So the design of the console. There's two different consoles. There's going to be the one with the 4K Blu-ray
And then the discless digital
and
one.
the discless digital edition, correct?
Yeah. I mean, the memes are already rolling. You know, it's basically just like a giant turned up collar. I've seen an Isle Sauron one. I've seen
Really?
yeah. You haven't seen that one?
I haven't seen this. I saw it. No.
Oh no, there's a bunch of different memes on that one already. There's one of like literally like any anime character that you can think of with a popped up collar, like they just photoshopped the head into it.
Seto
So
Kaiba. Yugi.
I've seen that one, yeah. I saw Joker from Persona 5. That one didn't really take so well, but okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
The one that got me was the PS2 with the white binder around it.
Oh, it sucks.
I've seen that one.
That one got me.
Well, I mean, design-wise, I think it's better than the Xbox.
The refrigerator.
Yeah,
The Xbox Series X.
The rectangular prism.
like it's more interesting. But I mean, Luis raised a good point when we were talking about it. How, I mean, it doesn't seem like you're gonna be able to lay it down.
No, but I've seen pictures now.
You
No,
can?
yeah, you can lay it down. I said the same thing when they showed it, but then I thought about it, and then like when the PS4 came out, they also showed it standing. When the PlayStation 3 came out, they also showed it standing. Even the PlayStation 2, when that one first came out, the fake bulky one, they also showed it standing. And then somebody somebody on Twitter posted like that they had other images where they've seen like the dev kit PS5s on its side, so it can be played on its side. It just looks like you know, like when you have like a sandwich or a burger or something, and you take a bite out of it, and then like the inside, like the meat or something, kind of like pushes out. So you have like a flat bread on one side, and then like all the meat and lettuce and all that stuff. Like that's what it looks like when it's on its side.
You hungry, my boy, or what?
That's what it looks like to me too.
I'm having lunch right now, actually, because I did say I'm on my break. So I am eating right now because I didn't have breakfast. So
Okay.
It's a good metaphor though. But no, yeah, I don't know. When I first saw the design, I wasn't a fan of it
Hmm.
because it looked weird. I don't know. I feel like I'm more of a I like simplicity, I guess. Uh, but I mean, it looks cool. It looks you know,
Futuristic. I think that's what
futuristic.
they were going for.
Yeah, like oh, it's the next thing, Um, but yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the white though.
I know that's what I was gonna say. I like
I'm
the
down with the
color
white.
too.
I love it.
I'm down with the
I,
white on the control. Like the actual controller, like I think it looks nice. The console, it's a give or take. If they
Yeah.
did a solid black console with the black and white control, I'd be down for that. But
Hmm.
The last console that I had that was white was the Wii. Wii.
The
Another
Wii's a
Wii
nice
was
Wii.
nice.
console though.
Yeah, but like when it got dirty.
Oh,
Take care of your stuff, player.
I saw
True.
an edit for um like the PS5 console. Someone like edited it with the colors to match like a Miles Morales edition, where the console was black and then like the lights instead of blue they were like red. And looked nice. I don't know. I prefer like the PS consoles in darker tones,
Yeah.
like darker colors for me personally. Um, but yeah, one thing that I am concerned about is the price. um,
I
they
know.
didn't mention,
They didn't miss it.
and I think it is. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I think it's gonna be pretty up there for them to avoid mentioning the price.
Well, I mean, I think it's just like because Xbox didn't mention it either, so I think it's just like waiting who's gonna
Oh,
waiting for each other to reveal it and be like, well, ours is gonna be this price.
yeah.
I think maybe I don't know. It's like a strategy, maybe, but I don't know.
It's just bizarre that they reveal the console already. They revealed game, but not the price. I don't know. It's just like, hmm. But
They're
we'll see.
trying to. They're definitely trying to be slick with it. I don't know. They're trying to put it at a certain spot, either after Microsoft or I don't know what they're trying to do. But you think it's gonna be too
1,000.
expensive, or I think it's gonna be on the higher side. That's why they're not really talking about it yet. Like deep
Yeah,
down within me.
1,000 price.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But yeah, I was a big fan of the only thing that about the console, I just don't like, how my boy was saying that it was like the meat coming out of the side. That's the
Mm-hmm.
part that bothers me the most. That's not symmetrical, I guess. Or it's not. It doesn't look
Yeah.
nice. I don't like how it looks. That little bulky part.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else? I saw a video. I'll put the link in the video in the description. But supposedly the PS4 is taller than the original PS3. Did you guys ever had the original PS3? Like
No,
the
but
big
The
bulky
original,
one?
no.
yeah, but I've seen it. Really?
Yeah, it's taller than it. It's like the tallest of all the consoles. It's kind of insane how big it is.
Yeah, I saw a graphic showing like the sizes, and yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So do you guys think it's still going to be 400, 500 for the
I don't think
or
so.
or you
I
think
think
it's going to be 500?
it's gonna be 500 to 600, 600 maximum.
Oh, okay. Cuz previously we said it was going to be 499 for we thought it was going to be 4099 for the console. But now there's two different ones and we never said what the digital one we thought would be the price. So you think 500, 600 in there?
Yeah.
I really think that dude, you know what I think? I think the hard drive space is going to be, or the SSD space is going to be very important, or whatever what is it? The storage. Because if you get a digital one, I would assume that you would need more storage.
That's true.
Some people were saying like that if it's gonna be like only digital, you better have like 2 terabytes.
That's what I'm saying. And if you have a terabyte storage space, then I don't know if
That's gonna
the price discrepancy is going to be that great.
exactly. So be interesting.
Yeah,
What do you think is the minimum storage space they should have?
a terabyte.
A terabyte, right? I don't think a
Hmm.
500 gigas is
That's not going to
realistic.
cut it.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not gonna cut it anymore.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
I'm
so I'm
struggling with
worried
my
about
500
the
gigs on
Mhm.
mine.
Same.
Well, we
Yeah.
had to buy an external.
You actually bought an
External.
external drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. And that was like what? 300, 400? It was 400, right?
For an external drive?
No, for like the PS4, the 500
Oh.
giga,
Oh yeah, it was 399.
400.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can speculate all we want, but we're not gonna get anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Will the PS5 function like the PS4? Because the PS4 still takes up, even if you have the disc, it takes up hard drive space.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
So I
weird.
don't.
It's something that kind of like glossed over, I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna have more another presentation, but it's just I don't know. It's weird for them to not mention that.
I guess I wanted to focus on the games, but I mean, how big are the games?
But that's the thing, and that's what makes me think that the price is not gonna be. It's gonna
400.
be pretty high because I mean they want to make sure. Okay, this is what we're offering you. This is what we're gonna give you.
It's gonna be worth it.
It's
So,
gonna be worth it. So here's that $1,000.
nah, that's,
Here's a $900 price tag, y'all.
Yeah. Oh
But I don't
my
know. We shall.
gosh.
People are still gonna buy it anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean they're
Yeah.
buying it.
well, we're reaching like $1,000 here.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It is. All right. So that's gonna do it for all the stuff that was in the PS5 event. Any last thoughts about how the PS5 is forming in your mind? If you're hyped for it, if you're middling, not too hype,
I,
hype.
I,
I feel
I'm,
that.
I'm so happy that I want to play PS4 games to prepare for the PS5.
Man, I want to be there with you, man. But everything that they showed here, I, f- I don't know. I feel like the jump isn't there yet to PS5.
Mm.
Like for
I
Spider,
I
Marvel,
know what you mean.
mm, you know what you get me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I saw the presentation, um, I don't know. It just felt like okay, cool. Like that's what
Yeah,
they're presenting.
yeah. People are saying that. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can't wait for the PS5. Blah blah blah. Bro, it's like it's the PS4 again. Like we're getting Spider-Man again. We're getting Ratchet again. We're getting what Resident Evil 7, but 7 gameplay, but 8 again. Well, Resident Evil 8's like, kind of gonna play like Resident Evil 7, I assume. A sequel to Horizon. I mean,
That's true.
But I mean, isn't that every console? I mean, they
I
release.
suppose. Cause I remember like for the PS4, I was in for something. Infamous Second Son, but that was a sequel to Infamous. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. It is like every console. I don't know what's about this one. I was just expecting
Yeah,
at the
because I mean,
bare minimum a
Nintendo
new IP maybe.
always like like a new Legend of Zelda game,
Yeah.
Pokemon game. I'm like,
Yeah, maybe I was just expecting too much, but or maybe I've just been entrenched with PlayStation so long that I'm getting
Maybe.
saturated with it.
yeah, that maybe is.
Yeah, because I wasn't invested as much in the PS4. I didn't really buy games for the PS4.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know. I feel like seeing all these franchises getting new games uh, made me made me realize that I missed out on a lot.
Right.
And I don't know. Also maybe because I can afford it now. Like I can afford games.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I get
I
you.
don't know. I think that's why there's hype for
Mm,
that. But
yeah,
I feel like it's gonna die out. I'm always like I get hyped for games, and then like they come out and it's like, oh cool, whatever. I'm not gonna get it.
right. Yeah, I think I've just been more choosy, I guess, as time's gone on. I'm looking for certain games to fill that itch that I have, and it's just been more narrow as I age, I guess. But, oh
I think I'm
man,
the other.
yeah, yeah, it's maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll get there with you, but right now it's not sinking in for me. All downing the whole podcast. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah.
On that note,
On that, no. Yeah. So overall, pretty hyped for this. Luis, the most hype, over the moon, wants to play all the PS4 games in
Yeah.
anticipation. And then Jose, I assume that you're also pretty hyped for this, right?
I'm neutral about it. Kind of like
Neutral.
you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see
Yeah.
where this goes.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I just want to know. I want to know the backwards compatibility. Can I, if I buy a PS4 game, like Ghost of Tsushima, am
Oh,
I gonna get the PS5 one? That's what I want to know.
true.
Yeah. We
And
gotta
let's
wait.
see.
We gotta wait.
Dang, also Tsushima too. Hey, I need to play that.
I got mine pre-ordered, son.
I need to pre-order that too.
My boy. All right. All right. So that's gonna do it for the news segments. What we're gonna be doing next is pass or play. All right. So I have a pass or play game to share with you guys. Do you guys have one ready, or should I just go solo with this one? I'm good with either way.
Let's do a solo.
Okay. We'll ride solo on this one. All right. So how pass or play works. One of the panelists or myself will choose a game. We take a quote from the back of the box, and everybody else has to guess what the game is if they can, and tell the person who presented the game if they pass on it or if they play it based off of the description. All right, so I have a game for you guys today. Are you guys ready for the quote?
Yes.
All right,
Bring it on.
all right, let's do this. When a giant, wait, okay, let me start all over. It's not giant. When a gigantic explosion in space sent two strange meteors crashing to Earth, a desperate call for help goes out. He speeds to the site and arrives just in time to see his arch rival fleeing the scene. Now, he must uncover the secret of the mysterious meteors in a race to stay one step ahead of Blank and his deadly breed of super powered robots.
Come on.
A couple more details. I'll just list them off. Battle across 14 huge stages to face 8 devious new enemies. Customize Blank with multiple weapon upgrades. Vivid graphics, incredibly fluid animation, intense anime intros, and cinema scenes.
Oh, anime.
Anime. Huh. That changes everything.
Okay, well, first, like, right off the bat, I feel like it has to do with space. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I'm very picky about like games dealing with space. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm gonna pass on this one because I don't know enough about it,
Okay.
and I'm still trying to think what it is.
Space and robots.
And anime.
I mean, I would
And
play it.
anime.
I would play it because, I mean, I think it's the opposite of what Luis said. For me, I think it's, well, I mean, no, never mind.
No, I said I'm very picky. I'm not saying I don't like space games.
Right. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I would play it. I mean, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Awesome.
first thought I had was Warframe, but you mentioned anime, so
Right.
I don't know.
Yo,
Yeah, Dragon
you
Ball.
pulled Warframe. You do know me, man. Props.
um, I'm
Just oh, go ahead. You're not sure?
no.
All right, just real quick. It's even though it says space, when you think of this franchise, space usually is the first thing that comes to mind. If that helps you, like, say yes or no.
It's
You
in Mass
guys.
Effect.
I was thinking of Mass Effect, but
Damn
All
it.
right.
I would play. I have no guess.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Luis, you're gonna stick with your pass.
yeah, I'll pass.
All right. So the game in question is Mega Man 8.
Uh, uh,
Mega Man, superpowered robots. The blank was Dr. Wily. Um, one of my favorite games from my childhood. I never beat it because it's super hard. But one day,
yeah. I mean, I've never played a Mega Man game, so
you gotta
I
play
think
one, man.
snippets. I mean, in the arcade and stuff like that, but never like a full play.
Yeah, we should have played Mega Man 8 when we were together before the Rona hit.
We never did.
Yeah, that would have
yeah,
been fun. For the original PlayStation, oh my gosh, that game holds up. All right, so Jose gets to play Mega Man and Luis does not.
it was
All
that.
right. Well, that's going to do it for our podcast today. We had a lot to talk about, and that's why it ran longer than any other podcast we put out so far. If you'd like to catch us on YouTube, Twitch, or any social media, you can find us by typing in Rollup Media and the social media website, and you will be sure to find us. Um, we do stream games. We try to make it weekly. Depending on our schedules, it'll be a little bit less, a little bit more. But plan on it being weekly for the most part until otherwise updated. Our podcast is running weekly, so we'd be glad to have you every week. And if you'd like to comment on anything we talked about, if you have any takes of your own, we'd love to hear them as well. All right, so that's gonna do it for us. Say bye to the people, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, everybody. See you guys next time.